At this time, we'll open the meeting for the Planning and Zoning Commission on Tuesday, October the 14th, 2025. And call the meeting to order. Public comments, citizen public comments are limited to 2 minutes. Planning and Zoning Commission is not permitted to respond to comment from the public per the Texas Open Meetings Act. Agenda number 3, consider approval for the minutes of July 8, 2025 for Planning and Zoning Commission meeting and take any action necessary. Do I hear a motion to approve?
I make the motion to approve the previous minute.
Do I hear a second?
My second.
Motion is approved. Oh, yeah. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion is approved. All right. Number 4 on the agenda, consider the request for Dakota Finney for the approval of a plat of City Block 191, Lot 4R, and a portion of the adjacent improvement, abandoned Red Springs Avenue, for a former utility track into the Evano subdivision number 1A, 824 acres, 4 lot residential subdivision at the northwest corner of South Flory Avenue and East Arkansas Street, address as 115 South Austin Avenue.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
So, normally, a small plat of 3 or 4 lots would not come to you, but because of the, tiny bit of unused right-of-way, from the Red Springs, it was never built. It actually comes off at a weird angle from what was built, which is Flory, and a very small little piece of property that had an old lift station that they since moved across the street and down a little ways. That requires council to approve any kind of dedication of property that had been in the city, and so that's why it's come to you. Currently it's a 1 lot. It's in the old city block, and it has 1 house on it, but Dakota Finney, the owner, wants to add 3 new lots by carving up that on well over 3/4 an acre property, and the new lots, all 4 of the lots will meet our city requirements as far as setbacks and size. So here's a map of the property, and as you can see, it's bounded on 3 sides, Arkansas, Austin, and Flory. This is what it looks like. As you'll notice, along the Flory side, that side view, you can see that the property that the appraisal district considers in the lot is already considered, that was where the Red Springs was, but it was never built. And I'll show you an old plat in a minute, so it kind of makes it make more sense. But that is the area. You can see there's a huge area, L-shaped area that would be the 3 new lots. Zoning, just so and kind of check that box, it's single family 2. And this is the old record, so it's not actually a plat, because I have a lot of non-recorded plats but on the right-hand side, if you'll see on the right-hand corner of the right-hand side, that little Y, upside down Y, that is the little tail of Red Springs that kept going south. But everything on the south side of where the match line is actually Arkansas. That all got abandoned years ago, so it's not there anymore. So it was a little questionable as to whether it's still there or isn't. But in addition, our utility folks said that there was a small piece of property that had that lift station that technically was the city's, and so it doesn't over there in that little tiny triangle at the base of the Y. So to make it clean, we went ahead and brought it forward as if it's a property dedication. That property that she has is the only part that actually is adjacent to it, so it's between the street and back property line on that lot. And this is kind of, I went and took some pictures to try and make some sense of it. You can see the existing house straight in front of you, Austin Avenue, Arkansas Street, and those, along the back where it says South Flory, there's another street back there. It's a different view going from Arkansas and looking in, so it's a pretty good size piece of property, and it's flat. This is the plat, so you can see the surveyors put the setback lines on it, and the hashed area. There's 2 different hashed areas on the right-hand side. One is the old, unimproved, probably abandoned, but it was hard to figure out whether it was or not, Red Springs Avenue that was never built. And then that second hash to the right of that is where the old lift station was, but they moved it years ago. Any questions? Ms. Benny's here if you have any, but it's single family, and that's what there's proposed is 3 new houses.
The only question I have is, is all the lot sizes meet city code and the setback? We're not gonna wind up with another situation in a triangle like we had over on Tennyson.
No.
Okay, so everything is
if you'll see,
sized.
there's 25, you've got your street, you've got your rear, you've got all the dimensions and everything, they all meet. Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, everything was on Tennyson was supposed to meet, but it didn't quite do it, so, but this is correct, and all these lots are correct size.
They
Are
are,
there-
yes, sir.
okay.
Mm,
Okay, I
And
just-
we now have, I don't know, what you're referring to, the incident that you're referring to, but we now have a, form survey that's required for all new construction. When you pull a permit, you have to have a form survey that actually certifies where that form for the foundation is in relation to the lot lines and the setbacks on the property. I don't know how long that's been in place, but we do have that, so it should catch anybody, where you know, y'all as the Board of Adjustment see it when they put it in the wrong place, but there's plenty of room. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Well, I think the form survey is a spin-off from that Tennyson project. Is that not correct? That's when that. Yeah, well, the builder ignored stop
Yeah, he
work
has.
orders 4 or 5 times. Yeah, and the person who pulled the permit conveniently came in and scratched their name off. Now that's, I'm not sure that, you know, the way things ought to be done. But at any rate, I just wanna make sure going forward, we're not gonna wind up with another issue like that.
Shouldn't, because when they pull the permit, it's gonna be required, they can't go forward.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
You know, in that picture, I saw a guideline and a transformer line. That's way out of the way, isn't it? It doesn't go through those lots, 'cause in those pictures, I saw that wire back there, but it looks like it's way far away. That was another problem with that Tennyson Road, is they built within 5 foot of a main transmission line, and their house was almost underneath the line. But anyway, we don't have that issue, so, okay, very well. Do I hear a motion to, for approval on the replat? For lot 911, lot 4R?
I make the motion to approve the replat.
All right, and,
A second.
Aye.
Aye.
motion passes.
Yeah.
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 So, since we met, the busy meeting that we had in July went to council, and, y'all did not recommend that the church, be allowed to be on 8th Street, and council, felt the same, and so it was voted down, and the others were approved, so just thought I'd let you know, how that went. That was quite a while ago, but we should probably not have a lot of activity as far as upcoming meetings until after the first of the year. I usually know ahead of time when things are in the pipeline for the November meeting and the December meeting. The only exception would be we have a new city manager. He did not come tonight, but he will probably once we have activity, other than a really simple plat, because I told him it wouldn't take very long. But he also shares my enthusiasm for doing something with the downtown to get a downtown zoning district started so that we have some protection, because right now we don't. So other parts of downtown that are commercial or general retail allow all the uses that are allowed in the entire city, whether it's in downtown or not. So there's no actual downtown district. And so we are kind of moving ahead with that. And I've already discussed it, but previously, I don't know if Alan was here, but that we would have some simple zoning changes about screening and fences and things like that that are more code enforcement related. But the downtown piece is a big one. Probably once we get started on that, and you'll be seeing some public outreach, and then once there's a document that's kind of been vetted by the community, it'll move forward to you and then council to approve it. I don't anticipate that working through that process because we got the holidays coming up pretty quickly, and so that messes up kind of any kind of engagement and public input. I would think probably February, March, but I could be wrong. So anyway, we will probably get a lot busier. There are a lot of projects out there. I would anticipate within the next 6 months, you'll probably be meeting every month. So just kind of putting that on your radar. That's all I have.
All right, thank you, Lynn. Do I hear a motion to, does anybody, anything else to discuss? All right, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
I make the motion that we adjourn.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 We're adjourned.